And then there were 5. Welcome to Ronald Cullen Stadium as we are down to the final 5 teams in this year's edition of the Ontario Men's National Qualifier. This evening's game on our feature network will be the Brampton Royals as they take on the undefeated Windsor Stars. The other game happening at the Soulier Field will be the Sarnia Brigade as they come off a bye taking on the Etobicoke Rangers. Another game that is happening right now at Reg Chevalier Field in Woodsley. That is the game between the Milton Red Sox and the Tecumseh Thunder. They are almost completed their game as they are currently in the top of the 6th inning right now. I've had a few messages with folks asking about this. That game in the top of the 6th, it is Tecumseh 2, Milton 1, as the Thunder were able to get out of a bit of a jam there last inning as Milton left a couple of runners on base. For our feature game here, the Brampton Royals make their way over to Cullen Field after a big comeback walk-off win in extras over the Northumberland Jacks as they defeated them by a score of 8-7. Sam LaBelle, the hero in that game, with a walk-off single in the bottom of the 8th. Big Joe Ferreira, a pair of home runs in that one for the Royals as they dispatched a very young but talented Northumberland team, which I'm sure will be back to this tournament and making it deep again very soon. On the other side of things, you have the Windsor Stars, a battle-tested team who have been deep in this tournament many times and are certainly looking poised for another deep run as they find themselves back in the final 5 here again this year and looking to make some noise as right fielder Noah Renault going to lead things off. He fouls that ball into the backstop for strike 1 against Brampton right-hander Tyler Barbier, who will draw the start in this game tonight. That ball is going to skip to the backstop for a ball from Barbier. So we make some adjustments to our camera here as we're just getting settled in. Top of the 1st inning here at Ronald Cullen Stadium. The pitch from Barbier. That one fouled off and just over by the Brampton dugout. Looks like everyone's okay. Left fielder Jake Lumley due up second for the Stars. Second baseman Carter Ray due to hit third this inning. For this Brampton club this year, certainly not strangers to this part of the tournament as that ball gets away from catcher Ralph Leahy for a ball. They made a deep run a few years ago here where they made it to the final 3. A good portion of that team still sticking around on this roster right now as they've added some youth to the roster as well as some 22U players that are up and playing with this club here at the tournament. The pitch from Barbier down to the dirt. Another ball. I believe that will fill the count now, 3-2. Umpire and crew for this game down at first base is Bob Blake. At third base, Bob Michelli. And calling balls and strikes behind the plate is John Thompson as that ball fouled off down the right field line by Renault, so he keeps himself alive. For Barbier on the year, 0-1 record in 13 2/3 innings. 8 hits, 10 runs, 8 earned, 19 walks. 20 walks and 19 strikeouts for a 5.27 ERA on the year. Full count pitch to Renault down in the dirt. And Renault going to draw the walk. He'll make his way to first. And the Stars, as they did quite often against the Etobicoke Rangers, have their leadoff runner aboard here. Leadoff batter aboard in the first. Renault takes off for second. There's going to be no throw there from Leahy as Renault takes that base standing up. And the Stars very quickly have a runner in scoring position. Again, throughout the game, I'm getting a number of messages here. We'll keep you apprised of the other 2 games that are going on with scores. Like I said, I'm one person. I only have one stream, but Game Changer, you can find both the other games that are happening this evening. The Tecumseh Thunder are scoring that game on their Game Changer. At the other diamond, the Sarnia Brigade are scoring the game on their Game Changer. So if you go onto the app, you can download it. It's free. Search up those teams, and you'll be able to follow those games on there as well. Lumley takes that pitch from Barbier for strike 1. So the count now 2 balls, 1 strike. Renault takes off for third. A little bit of a bobble there at the plate again by Leahy. And for the second time, Renault able to take that base standing up. So a pair of stolen bases for Renault to go along with the walk to lead off the game, as he has himself now in prime scoring position here for Lumley as he hits the ball on the ground to second base. Play is going to be made there by Keegan Murphy, but he throws it past the first baseman. That goes all the way by the dugout. Lumley going to go to second. So on the error, the run's going to come in. Lumley will make his way to second, and it's a 1-0 Stars lead early in this one.
Now batting the second baseman, number 16, Marty Knight.
So as the Stars have done quite often throughout this tournament, when teams make little mistakes like that, they take full advantage as that ball popped a mile high on the infield. It'll be shortstop Sam LaBelle who makes the catch, as Carter Ray pops out on the first pitch he sees for the first out. So 1 out here in the top of the first for the Stars. DH Rowan at Glasgow going to step in. Runner takes off for third base. There's the throw, and that's going to get airmailed into left field. And the stolen base by Lumley, followed by the error to the catcher Leahy, is going to bring the second run across to the game for the Windsor Stars. They now lead 2-0. So we're going to have a quick trip to the mound here by Coach Frank Fascia as he goes out to talk with Barbier as well as catcher Ralph Leahy. At the plate, Glasgow, one of the more prominent hitters for the Stars this season, 29 hits in 79 at-bats, 10 doubles, a home run, 25 RBIs, and 17 runs, currently hitting at a .367 clip. So Fascia will make his way back to the bench after the quick check there, and I'm sure that's just more of We're trying to come back down, get back into a game, and certainly, the pulse probably up a little bit here for these Brampton Royals as they just pulled off a big win there against the Northumberland Jacks in their last game over at Soulier Field. So Barbier delivers that pitch for strike one. Here's the pitch. That one swung on and missed by Glasgow for strike two. Barbier has his sign come set. Here's the pitch. That one fouled into the netting, so Glasgow will keep himself alive here. Two 2-0 Windsor Stars early in this one. A walk, a pair of stolen bases by Noah Renault. That pitch in there for a called strike three to Rowan Glasgow.
Now batting the first baseman, number 4, Josh Hudvegner.
So 2 outs now. It's going to be first baseman Josh Hudvegner making his way up to the plate. That pitch in there for a strike to Hudvegner. Josh on the year, 23 hits in 72 at bats, good for a .319 batting average. 2 doubles and a home run. 16 RBI, 16 runs scored in his 22 games this year. Barbier comes set. The pitch fouled straight back over us and out of play. Defensive alignment for the Brampton Royals this game. In the outfield, starting in left field, is Jaden Jeminson. In center field, Dawson Fascia. The right fielder is Caleb Kremow. Around the infield, third baseman Aidan Murphy. Shortstop Sam LaBelle. Second base Keegan Murphy. First baseman is Aiden Cowper. So that pitch is in there for a called strike three. And even though we had the ring up there, that is only strike two on the batter. Sorry, playing at first base is Aiden Cowper. The catcher, Ralph Leahy. And doing the pitching this evening is right-hander Tyler Barbier, who delivers this pitch down in the dirt for a ball. So we'll wait to see the count here. I do believe it is 2-2. Barbier has his sign and comes set. Here's the pitch. That one just misses down, so the count, was 3-2 there. So Hudvegner going to draw the walk with 2 outs. He'll make his way to first.
Batting next, the third baseman, number 13, Alec Boucher.
That will bring up the Stars' third baseman for this game, Alec Boucher. Boucher, very limited action for the Stars this year. Only played in 3 games. 3 hits and 9 at bats for a .333 average. Did have a double as one of those hits. 2 RBIs and 2 runs. Seems as the Stars may have a little bit of a game plan here in this one as they steal their 4th base of the inning. So Hudvegner makes his way to second. And the inside move, the throw to second. And a little too much happy feet there now as Hudvegner picked off on the inside move there by Barbier. And that is all for the Stars here in the top of the first inning, but not before they were able to plate a pair of runs and take an early 2-0 lead in this one. So for the Stars in the top half of the first inning, they scored 2 runs on no hits. There were 2 Brampton errors that inning, and the Stars leave no one on base. The score after 1/2 inning of play here at Cullen Stadium, it is the Windsor Stars 2, with the Brampton Royals coming to bat here in the bottom of the first inning, as they will face Stars left-hander Noah Pickering this game as he marches out to the mound for his warm-up pitches. We will take a quick opportunity here to check the other games that are going on right now. I saw a couple of people commenting about it in the chat. They're in the top of the 7th inning right now. It is the Tecumseh Thunder that are hitting with 1 out. They currently lead the Milton Red Sox by a score of 2-1 in that game. Again, top of the 7th inning for that one. And then we'll keep some eyes for you on the other game that's happening here at the Micmac Sports Complex over at the Soulier Field, just across the way from us. Again, in that game, it is the Etobicoke Rangers, who just dropped a tough 5-1 game here to the Windsor Stars, as they are taking on the Sarnia Brigade in that game, who are coming off a bye in the final 7 teams. And we do have some scoring in that one already as I'm pulling it up here. They are playing in the top of the 2nd inning, I believe. Just loading it up here.
Bottom of the first for the Brampton Royals. Number 1, Caleb Bram.
So it's the Etobicoke Rangers who are out to a quick 2-0 lead in that other game over at Soulier Field. Using a pair of hits, as well as a hit by pitch and an error in that inning to put up 2 runs early in that one. So we'll keep eyes on both of those games for you. The other one out at Reg Chevalier Field, almost done. So once we get some final scores, we'll get those up on the website for you and get everything updated as we head into Monday here at the Men's AAA National Qualifier. Caleb Kramow, the leadoff hitter here for the Brampton Royals in the bottom of the first inning. It will be center fielder Dawson Fascia due up second. Shortstop Sam LaBelle due up third, all facing Windsor Stars left-handed hurler Noah Pickering this game. Pickering on the season, a 1-1 record. He has 1 save in 22 2/3 innings of work, 24 hits, 19 runs, 15 of those earned. He has 8 walks and 22 strikeouts, and currently carrying a 4.63 ERA as he's able to get Kramow on strikes.
Now batting the center fielder, number 3, Dawson Fascia.
We reset our scoreboard. So Kramow down on strikes for the first out here in the bottom of the first. I will bring up center fielder Dawson Fascia. Fascia on the year, batting .189. 7 hits and 37 at-bats in 14 games in the regular season. He swings and misses that one for a strike. Has 1 double as part of those 7 hits, 5 RBIs, 3 runs scored. One of the handful of veterans left on this team that had that deep run a few years ago that made it into the final 3 here at this tournament. Little check swing foul ball down the third base line just beside Dad Frank Fascia, who is in the third base coach's box. He is the manager of this Brampton Royals team. That pitch misses for a ball. Again, working a little bit of overtime tonight here. These games just getting underway. Both started at 9:45 p.m. as that pitch misses up for a ball. We had a very large amount of rain overnight here in the Windsor-Essex County. A lot of the fields really took some damage here today. It took a while to get them all fixed up. We were finally able to get underway with some games here at 6 p.m. Now we find ourselves into the final 5 and playing these games here tonight at 9:45. Action will pick up tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. We'll get to those matchups later on tonight once we know where teams are going to be and once we get our results here from these games. Kasha pops that one up to short left center field. Josh Anderson making the call, and he's able to make the catch. And there are 2 outs here now in the top of the first.
Number 19, Sam LaBelle.
So shortstop Sam LaBelle going to step in for his first at bat. He'll take strike 1 from lefty Noah Pickering. LaBelle on the year, 13 hits, 41 at bats, good for a .317 average. He has 2 doubles, 9 RBIs, 9 runs scored. That ball hit the center field. Looked like the center fielder picked it up a little bit late there, but nice catch by Bryson Vernon. And that's all for the Royals here in the bottom half of the first inning. So for the Royals, no runs, no hits, no Windsor Stars errors, no runners left on base. We are through 1 complete inning of play here at Ronald Cullen Stadium. The score, the Windsor Stars 2, the Brampton Royals no score. We're going to take a quick break here on our broadcast, but we'll be right back in a few minutes. Day 3 action of the 2026 Ontario Men's AAA National Qualifier, brought to you on the CABC Baseball Network. We'll be right back in a couple of minutes. Welcome back, top of the second inning. A little bit of a foot race there to first between Aiden Cowper and Alec Boucher, and Cowper comes out on the winning end of that as Boucher retired for the first out here in the top of the second. So that will bring up shortstop Josh Anderson for his first at bat of the evening. He sees a first pitch from Tyler Barbie that's down for ball 1. Anderson on the year, 22 hits, 75 at bats, .293 average, 5 doubles, 1 home run, 8 RBIs, 14 runs. Barbier comes set. Here's the pitch. That one fouled down the right field line. It'll be out of play. Two nothing Windsor Stars as we play here in the top of the second inning. Get a pair of runs in the first on a walk. A couple of stolen bases from Noah Renault as that ball hit on the ground to shortstop. LaBelle up with that one across and in time to retire Josh Anderson for the second out of the inning. So 2 outs here now in the top of the second inning. Center fielder Bryson Vernon going to step in for his first at bat. Vernon saw a little bit of action in the last game as he came in as a defensive replacement for Jake Lumley in left field. That ball goes to the backstop for ball 1. Vernon on the year played in 8 games, 5 hits and 25 at-bats, good for a .200 batting average. Had a triple and a home run as part of those 5 hits as he pops that one back, and that's just going to go just over top of us and off the top of the booth. Two runs scored this year for Vernon. He has 5 RBIs on the season. That pitch misses down for a ball. Just got a message from former Brampton Royal Vic Speciale. A number of their alumni on here watching the stream tonight, so thank you guys for joining in. That ball laced to center field, and that's going to get down in front of Dawson Fascia as Vernon will reach with the 2-out single here in the top of the second. So that will bring up the number 9 hitter for the Stars this game, catcher Kyle Maruzic. Maruzic doing the catching this game after Mitch Hudbanger caught the last game against the Etobicoke Rangers. They're going to check on Vernon at first. He's back in safely. Again, if you're joining our feed tonight, we know it's a late one, but we appreciate you taking some time here on this Sunday evening to watch some Final 5 action here at the Men's AAA National Qualifiers. That pitch in there for strike 1 from Barbier. Had a great crowd on our last stream as we surpassed 120 people watching towards the end of that one. Currently sitting at 82 and counting right now as we're early in this game. Barbier going to check over at first again. Vernon back safely. Again, if you're looking for scores and results throughout the evening here so far, you can go to our CABC Baseball website, cabcbaseball.com. As the runner takes off for second, Vernon going to be in there safely without a throw. So already 5 stolen bases here this evening for the Windsor Stars as they seem to be taking bases at will here right now. That pitch in there for a called strike 3 to Kyle Maruzic. And Barbier able to work around that 2-out single as he retires the side here with no runs in the top of the second for the Windsor Stars. So for Windsor's top of the second, no runs on 1 hit. There were no Brampton errors. And there was 1 runner that was left on base. The score after 1.5 innings of play here at Ronald Cullen Stadium. It remains the Windsor Stars 2, the Brampton Royals no score in this Final 5 matchup We will take a quick second here to go check and see how our other two games are going here throughout the evening, as I'm getting bombarded with messages with everyone to go and check. Over at Soulier Field, just across the way from us, the Sarnia Brigade have answered back in that game as they play in the bottom of the second. It is the Etobicoke Rangers 2, the Sarnia Brigade 1. Again, they're playing in the bottom of the second inning. Sarnia batting with 1 out. And the other game that's happening this evening is out at Reg Chevalier Field in Woodsley. That one was an 8 o'clock start, so they're getting towards the end there. And in the bottom of the seventh inning with 2 outs, Josh Maxwell has singled and tied that game up as it's 2-2 now between the Tecumseh Thunder and the Milton Red Sox in that game. So we'll keep an eye on that. I'm just trying to see if there's anyone on base here. They do have a runner on second with the 1 out. So we'll keep an eye there on what's happening in that game too, as they kind of near the end of that one. Eric Cunningham has a home run in that game for the Thunder. And Micah Harris currently pitching right now for the Tecumseh Thunder. So we'll keep close tabs on that one as they come up towards the end. And of course, while we're on the air here, we'll keep tabs on that Etobicoke Sarnia game that's going on as well. For the Thunder Red Sox game, the winner of that game will get the bye through this round, obviously. That's why they started that game later. And they will advance into 10 a.m. on the Monday when we set up our schedule there. So we're back bottom of the second inning here. It will be the designated hitter, my apologies, Joe Ferreira. Big Joe had a big game against the Northumberland Jacks. Big part of that comeback as he had a pair of home runs in that game, a solo shot and a 2-run shot. Kind of jump-started the Brampton offense as he takes a strike on the outside corner from left-hander Noah Pickering of the Windsor Stars. That ball hit off the hands up the middle, shortstop Josh Anderson, and you could tell from the English on that ball that was going to be a tough play, and Big Joe motoring down the line there as he beats that one out.
Now batting the left fielder, number 27, Jaden Jemison.
So Ferreira going to reach on the infield single. That one hit off the hands. That was going to be a tough play for Anderson. Even if he gets to that one, I think Ferreira was getting down the line pretty good there. So the leadoff runner aboard. And we'll jump over here and reset our scoreboard. It will be left fielder Jaden Jemison as he takes strike one from Pickering. Jemison on the year, 14 hits and 41 at-bats, good for a .341 average, a double and a triple, 8 RBIs and 10 runs as he fouls that one into the top of the netting for strike 2. Yeah, we just updated that, Jordan. The Milton Red Sox just tied it up in the bottom of the second, 2-2. And they are still batting with 1 out and runners at first and second in that one. So we'll keep an eye on that one. We'll probably update that one after this half inning as well. As they're getting close to the end, they were an 8 o'clock start out in Woodsley. That ball fouled to the backstop as well. So Pickering comes set. Here's the pitch. That one just misses outside for a ball. Joe Ferreira, the runner at first. Just led off this inning with an infield single off the hands. The pitch from Pickering. That one going to get fouled back and out of play off to the right side. A little bit of a nasty start to this day with the weather, but certainly has turned into a beautiful evening here in Windsor. From our vantage point here, we get a beautiful look at the brand new Gordie Howe Bridge sitting off to our left. That curveball drops in there for strike 3. Jemison down on strikes looking for the first out here in the second. So second strikeout on the evening for Noah Pickering. And now we'll bring up the second baseman, Keegan Murphy, for his first at-bat of the game. Keegan, .294 this year, 10 hits and 34 at-bats. Played in 13 regular season games. 2 doubles, 2 home runs, 11 RBIs, 9 runs scored. Joe Ferreira, the runner at first. That pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. A little bit of a rough start for the Royals in this one as they had a pair of errors in the first inning. Allowed the Windsor Stars to get out to a quick 2-0 lead in this one. Pitch from Pickering. Swung on and missed by Murphy for strike 2. Brother Aiden Murphy waits on deck, playing third base. And Aiden back with the Brampton club this year after taking a year last year to travel abroad. Played baseball over in Germany for a season. Spoke with him about that and said he had a good time with that, but certainly happy to be back home and playing with the Royals. So that pitch misses inside for a ball. Pickering didn't look too happy with that. He thought that was on the inside corner, but didn't get a great look from our vantage point up here. As this year we're sitting up in the scorer's booth, a little bit of a better look for us as we get a fantastic look at this brand new backstop here at Cullen Field or Cullen Stadium this year on a grant given to the Windsor area from the Jays Care organization. Very, very nice setup here. They did some work around the dugouts as well, and very, very nice setup here now. Pitch from Pickering, swung on and missed by Murphy. Second strikeout of the inning for Pickering. 2 outs here now for the Royals.
Now batting the third baseman, number 24, Aiden Murphy.
So after the leadoff single, pair of strikeouts here for Noah Pickering. 2 outs now in this inning, and he'll have to face Aiden Murphy. He takes a pitch outside for ball 1. Murphy on the year, 15 hits and 49 at-bats, played 14 regular season games, 3 doubles, a home run, 5 RBIs, and 12 runs scored. Good for a .306 batting average. That ball, good hack there, but fouled into the netting for strike 1. Just a quick inning update from that Tecumseh Milton game. The Red Sox able to load the bases with 2 outs. The Thunder having to bring in Chris Horvath, and he gets a huge strikeout to get them out of that inning. And they're in extras now out in Woodsley, as they're starting the top of the 8th now. So 2-2 in that one as they go to extras. Good piece there from Aiden Murphy as he hits that ball up the middle. That gets past the 2 middle infielders for the second hit of the inning. And we have first and second now for the Royals with 2 outs.
Now batting first baseman, number 31, Aiden Cowper.
So runners at first and second for the Royals, 2 outs. First baseman Aiden Cowper will step in for his first at bat. .303 batting average this year for Aiden. 10 hits and 33 at-bats. 2 doubles and a home run, 6 RBIs, 10 runs scored. First pitch in there from Noah Pickering finds the strike zone for strike 1. Cowper digs back in here. Pitch from Pickering. Down in the dirt. Good block there from Kyle Maruzic. Bottom of the second inning here at Cullen Stadium. 2-0 Windsor Stars early in this one, but the Royals threatening here. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. Cowper with a big swing there. It comes up empty, though, for strike 2. Count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Noah Pickering trying to work himself out of his first jam of this game. The pitch. That one on the outside corner. A fastball called strike 3. And Noah Pickering able to work around a pair of singles as he strikes out the side in that inning and keeps the Brampton Royals off the board. So for the Royals, no runs on 2 hits, my apologies. There were no Windsor Stars errors. They leave 2 runners on base. The score after 2 complete innings of play, it is the Windsor Stars 2 and the Brampton Royals no score. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here in a second as we continue to bring you action from the 2026 Ontario Men's AAA National Qualifier here in Windsor, Ontario. We'll be right back. Welcome back, top of the third inning here from Cullen Stadium. We're back to the top of the order for the Windsor Stars as Noah Renault going to lead things off here. First pitch from right-hander Tyler Barbier misses down for ball 1 as that skips to the backstop. Left fielder Jake Lumley due up second. Second baseman Carter Ray due up third this inning for the Stars as they are all facing right-hander Tyler Barbier of the Brampton Royals. That pitch misses down as well for ball 2. So the count 2-0 here on Renault. Renault walked in his first plate appearance, had a pair of stolen bases, and came in to score on an error at second base to Keegan Murphy. That was the first run of the game for the Stars as he takes that pitch down and in for ball 3. Again, just a reminder for those that are looking to follow the other 2 games going on tonight. Both of them are on Game Changer. They're just underway in the top of the 8th inning as they've just entered extra innings. quick start here for the Thunder in extras as they now have the bases loaded with nobody out in the top of the 8th, with Eric Cunningham coming up to bat. That pitch fouled away by Renault. That pitch hit hard to right field. That is a nice diving catch there by Caleb Kramow as he slides and makes the catch there for the first out in the 3rd inning.
Now batting the left fielder, number 6, Jake Lumley.
So 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. That first pitch to Lumley misses for a ball. Now that we don't have as much to watch here, we're able to give updates a little more frequently, but as Lumley comes up empty on that swing for a strike. Over at Soulé Field, a big 2-run home run off the bat of Carter Arts has propelled the Sarnia Brigade into a 3-2 lead over there. We saw a little bit of a commotion happening there, so we did the quick update, and Arts with the home run. So Sarnia leading that game 3-2. Over there, it's Justin Teekman throwing for the Etobicoke Rangers in that one. He's being countered by Logan Buntrock of the Sarnia Brigade. So, again, we're going to keep tabs on both of those games as long as we're on the air here for this one and our feature game on our CABC Baseball Network. That pitch misses for a ball. Eric Cunningham with a sacrifice fly out at Woodsley has sent the Tecumseh Thunder ahead 3-2 in that game. That one fouled into the netting by Lumley. Only 1 out there in that inning. So Barbier set. Here comes the pitch. That one misses up for a ball. So I believe that does fill the count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, as we see from home plate umpire John Thompson. 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. 2-0 Windsor Stars in our feature game. That one going to miss down, so Lumley going to make his way to first. He's on base for the 2nd time this evening. Reached on an error back in the 1st.
Now batting the second baseman, number 16, Carter Ray.
So that will bring up Stars second baseman Carter Ray. Carter popped out to shortstop Sam LaBelle back in the 1st. There goes Lumley to 2nd. Going to be no throw from the catcher Leahy. So the Stars with a runner in scoring position here with 1 out. The pitch to Ray. That one on the inside corner called strike 1. So Ray digs back in here. Barbier with a couple of shakes. He has the sign he wants now. Here's the pitch. Runner takes off to 3rd. Again, going to be no throw there from Leahy. So a runner at third here for the Stars now with one out. I believe the count 2-1 here on Ray. That one hit on the ground to second base. Going to get picked up there by Keegan Murphy. Throws to first. Retires Ray in time, but that will be a productive out as it brings another run in and extends the Windsor lead to 3-0. So the RBI ground out for Ray. He makes his way back to the bench. Extends the Stars lead to 3-0 now. And it will be designated hitter Rowan Glasgow who steps in. Glasgow 0 for 1, struck out looking back in the first inning. That pitch on the outside corner for strike one. Evens the count 1-1. Barbier set at the belt. Here's the pitch. That one going to miss outside. That will skip to the backstop for ball 2. First baseman Josh Hudvagner waits on deck if the inning is extended here. That pitch misses down for a ball. Count 3-1 now. Again, we will have action here at the Micmac Sports Complex tomorrow to wrap up our tournament as we crown a provincial champion here at this men's AAA national qualifier. What that schedule is going to look like, I'll have to look at the schedule after, as we've had some delays and stuff here today as Glasgow swings and misses at that one for strike 2. At the end of play tonight, we are either going to have 3 or 4 teams left. So we will have a look through those matchups and see what is going to happen. Again, that game between the Tecumseh Thunder and the Milton Red Sox, as Glasgow takes a little bit of a half swing at that one, and he comes up empty for strike 3. So for the Stars here in the top of the third inning, they score 1 run on 1 hit. There were no Brampton errors and no one left on base. We are through 2.5 innings of play here at Cullen Stadium. The score, the Windsor Stars 3, the Brampton Royals no score, as left-hander Noah Pickering makes his way back out to the mound here for the Stars. He'll take his warm-up pitches here and get set to go in the third. We will do some perusing here as we have some updates from the other 2 games that are happening. The Tecumseh Thunder have broken their game open a little bit now as they lead there by a score of 6-2 over the Milton Red Sox as they play in the top of the 8th inning. A series of hits and a couple of sacrifice flies, a couple of errors in there as well, as things have kind of fallen apart a little bit for the Milton Red Sox in that one.
Over at Woodsley, Tecumseh now leads Milton 6-2.
In our other game here at the Micmac Sports Complex at the Soulier Field, the Sarnia Brigade continue to lead that game by a score of 3-2 over the Etobicoke Rangers. It is the Brigade batting in the bottom of the 4th inning in that game with 1 out. So again, we'll keep shoveling out updates here as we can, as long as we're on the air, as you enjoy our feature game here between the Brampton Royals and the Windsor Stars. So Ralph Leahy going to lead things off here in the bottom of the third inning for the Brampton Royals. Leahy on the season batting .250 as he takes a strike there. 5 hits and 20 at-bats. He does have a home run on the year, 11 RBIs, 3 runs scored. Swings and misses at that one for strike 3, and he's down on strikes here for the first out in the bottom of the third.
Now batting the center fielder, number 3, Dawson Bacchio. What's he saying?
So we're back to the top of the order here for Caleb Kramow. He takes the pitch outside for ball 1. Kramow 0 for 1, struck out in his first at bat back in the first. Swings and misses at that one for strike 1. 1-1 the count here on Kramow. Pitch from Pickering. Another swing and a miss for strike 2. So the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kramow pops that one up behind the dish. Catcher couldn't see it at first. Maruzic has that one go off the heel of his glove, called foul at the plate. That was pretty close. So it looks like we're going to have a discussion here from the first base coach. And I'll tell you this, from the look we had up top here, he's very close to standing on the foul line. I think he has a little bit of a right to go and at least ask and see what's going on there. John Thompson gives his explanation. Everyone seems to be good with it. So Kramow will make his way back to the plate. He fouls that one just behind the catcher, Kyle Maruzic. Keep himself alive here. So the top of the 8th inning finally over out at Reg Chevalier Field. It is a 7-2 lead for the Tecumseh Thunder in that game right now. And it will be the Milton Red Sox coming up to bat in the bottom half to try and keep their tournament alive. So again, we'll keep updating you throughout this half inning with that game. Here's the pitch from Pickering. Check swing. Umpire going to say yes on the swing. And Kramow down on strikes for the second out here in the third inning.
Now batting the center fielder, number 3, Dawson Bacchio. Again.
So 2 outs. And it will be center fielder Dawson Fascia who steps in. He takes the pitch up and in for ball 1. Fascia 0 for 1 popped out to shortstop Josh Anderson back in the first. So he looks to try and get something going here with 2 outs. He'll take a slider there from Noah Pickering for strike 1. That pitch up and in, lays down the bunt right back to the pitcher Pickering. He makes the throw to first, and Fascia going to be safe as that throw pulls first baseman Josh Hudbagner off the bag. And that will be an error charge to the pitcher Pickering on that play.
Now batting the shortstop, number 19, Sam Lavelle.
So the errant throw there by pitcher Noah Pickering on the bunt gives Brampton a base runner here and a little bit of life in the bottom of the third. As shortstop Sam Lavelle takes a mighty hack at that first pitch, fouls it back and out of play. Lavelle 0 for 1 flew out to the center fielder Bryson Vernon. also back in the first. That pitch going to miss down for a ball, evens the count now 1-1. And if you're joining us this evening, we know it's a late one, but we're glad you're here to join us for some action here at the final 5 of the Ontario Men's AAA National Qualifier here this year in Windsor. Dan Esty on the call here with the CABC Baseball Network. Happy you're able to join us here this evening. That pitch inside for a ball. 2-1 pitch from Pickering. That one hit on the ground to short. Anderson with the throw to second. They take the short way, and that will be all for the Brampton Royals here in the bottom of the third.
Fans, if you're feeling a little hungry or thirsty, just a reminder that our concession stand will be open till 11 p.m.
You're seeing a little diarrhea?
So for the Royals in the bottom half of the third inning, no runs on no hits. There was one Windsor error, and there was one runner left on base. The score after 3 complete innings of play here at Ronald Cullen Stadium. It remains the Windsor Stars 3, the Brampton Royals no score. We will very quickly go and check for some updates here as we're getting close to the end of that game out at Red Chevalier Field. The Milton Red Sox batting in the bottom of the 8th with 1 out. They still trail 7-2 to the Tecumseh Thunder. And just over across the way from us here at Soulier Field, they're in the top of the 5th inning now. The Etobicoke Rangers just coming to bat. The Sarnia Brigade still lead that game by a score of 3-2 over the Etobicoke Rangers. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back for the top of the 5th inning in a couple of seconds. We'll be right back. Brampton right-hander Tyler Barbier all done with his warm-ups, and we are set to go here in the top of the 4th inning in this game at Ronald Cullen Stadium.
Number 4, Josh Hudvegner.
Middle of the order due up here for the Stars. First baseman Josh Hudvegner due up first. Third baseman Alec Boucher due up second. As that ball hit to right field by Hudvegner, but it will be the right fielder Caleb Kramau who makes the catch for the first out. So with 1 out, that will bring up the third baseman, Alec Boucher, for his second at-bat of the game. Boucher 0 for 1, grounded out to first base to lead off the second inning. Here's the pitch from Barbier. A little bit up for ball 2. Good pitch there on the outside corner for strike 1. Again, we will have action here tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. What that matchup is going to look like and how many teams are left will be determined after these games are done here this evening. Our game out at Red Chevalier Field almost done, as they're in the extra innings, but in the bottom of the 8th. Milton batting with 2 outs there. And of course, we have our other game happening here across the way at Soulier Field. That one fouled into the backstop by Boucher for strike 2. Pitch from Barbier. That one hit towards left center field, in off the hands. Long run there for Dawson Fascia. He lays out and makes a fantastic catch in left center field. That is the second out here for the Stars in the top of the fourth.
Now batting number 17, Josh Anderson.
So a couple of nice plays by the Brampton outfield here in this inning. Has 2 outs now for the Stars. It will be shortstop Josh Anderson who makes his way to the plate now. 0 for 1, grounded out to shortstop. Sam LaBelle back in the second as he takes a pitch for a ball. Mac Major, thanks for joining in. Hope you're keeping well. That pitch taken for a ball as well, so the count now 2-0 here to Anderson. Pitch from Barbier. It's going to find the outside corner for strike one. It is a final score at a Reg Chevalier Field. The Tecumseh Thunder march on in this tournament as they defeat the Milton Red Sox by a score of 7-2 in extra innings. So unfortunately for the Red Sox, their tournament is done, but they had a very excellent showing this year and certainly showed the province that with a young roster that they are currently playing with right now, they could be around for a few years to make some noise here at this tournament. So congratulations to them and their coaching staff on an excellent weekend of baseball here. The Tecumseh Thunder will end up with the bye, so they will make their way into Monday morning now. And we will figure out how all those matchups are going to look once we're done here this evening. That ball going to get fouled out of play down the right field line by Anderson. To my understanding, the way that this is going to work, if the Windsor Stars win this game here this evening, they would get the bye if there is going to be a bye in the next round, which I believe there would be as the undefeated team. The Tecumseh Thunder would also be alive in this tournament as they have the bye going into that round. And then the winner of the game across the way from us would also be alive. So that would leave us with 3 teams. If the Brampton Royals can win this game, which we still have a long way to go in this one, only at a 3-0 game right now.
Now batting number 9, Bryson Vernon.
We would have 4 teams left, which would set us up with 2 semifinals tomorrow with a final at 1 p.m. Runner takes off the second. That one fouled into the backstop by Bryson Vernon. So a couple of scenarios that can unfold with how things are going to look tomorrow here. What I can tell you is that we're going to have at least 2 games here at the stadium. If we do have 4 teams left, the way that will set up, we'll have a 10 o'clock game here at Cullen. We will have a 10 o'clock game at Soulier Field. And then a final here at 1 o'clock between the 2 winners. If there's 3 teams left, then the Stars would get that undefeated bye. As that ball hit off the hands on the line, that will be caught by the second baseman, Keegan Murphy. And that is all for the Stars here in the top of the 4th inning. No runs on no hits for the Stars, no Brampton errors. Windsor leaves 1 runner on base. We head to the home half of the 4th inning here at Ronald Cullen Stadium. The score remains the Windsor Stars 3, the Brampton Royals no score. Again, in case you're just joining in, the game out in Woodsley, a final score now. The Tecumseh Thunder defeat the Milton Red Sox 7-2 in 8 innings. So the Thunder will march on. They get a bye into Monday morning. The Milton Red Sox all done for this year after a great showing here this weekend. Our other game happening just across from us here at the Micmac Sports Complex. They're into the bottom of the fifth now. The Sarnia Brigade just coming to the plate. And it's the Brigade that lead that game over the Etobicoke Rangers by a score of 3-2. So just to finish the thought on that, if we have 4 teams left, we would have a game here at the stadium, a game at Soulier Field, and a final here at the stadium at 1 p.m. If the Windsor Stars are able to hang on to the lead here, there would be 3 teams left. The Windsor Stars would get the bye on Monday morning. The other two teams that are left would play at 10 a.m. here at Cullen. And then the winner of that game would play against the Windsor Stars in the final, which would take place around 1 p.m. tomorrow. So once we get through all the games tonight, we'll look at those scenarios, see how everything's going to unfold, and then we'll get everything updated on our website, again, cabcbaseball.com, where you can find all the results and scores from this year's event. We're going to take a quick break while Noah Pickering goes through his warm-ups. We'll be right back here in a couple of minutes. Part of the order coming up here for the Brampton Royals in the bottom of the 4th inning. Joe Ferreira set to lead things off against left-hander Noah Pickering into his 4th inning of work. He delivers a strike on the outside corner to Ferreira, who has the only hit of this game so far for the Brampton Royals. Single back in the 2nd inning. That one popped up into short right center field. And it will be the right fielder, Noah Renault. After battling with the lights a little bit, he'll make the catch. And Ferreira retired for the first out here in the 4th.
Now batting the left fielder, number 27, Jaden Jemison.
So left fielder, Jaden Jemison will step in now. Jemison 0 for 1, strikeout back in the 2nd. That ball hit deep into left field, but nice play there by the Stars left fielder, Jake Lumley's. He wrangles that one in for the 2nd out.
The second baseman, number 23, Keegan Murphy.
So 2 quick outs here for Noah Pickering in this inning. Will be the second baseman, Keegan Murphy, who fouls that one off at the plate for strike 1. Murphy also 0 for 1. He had a strikeout in his first at bat. My apologies, the hit by the Brampton Royals have 2 hits tonight, not 1. That pitch swung on and missed for a strike by Murphy. So Murphy swings and misses. He's down on strikes. And that's all for the Brampton Royals here in the home half of the 4th inning. No runs on no hits, no Windsor Stars errors. No one left on base. The score after 4 complete innings of play, it remains the Windsor Stars 3, the Brampton Royals no score. As we will continue our updates between innings here, as I continuously get asked to keep updating. The Sarnia Brigade still batting here in the bottom of the 5th inning with 1 out. That game still remains a 3-2 lead for the Brigade in that one. That's the only other game going on here tonight now, as our other game at Reg Chevalier Field is finished. So, again, as long as we're on the air here, we'll keep tabs on that one for you as well. They are a little bit ahead of us there, so we should be able to give you a final score for that one before we log off. And
now pitching for the Brampton Royals, number 6, Joe Ferreira.
Even if we don't finish before then, we might hang around anyway and make sure you get a final score for both games. We do have a defensive replacement here for the Royals in the top of the 5th, as Joe Ferreira is going to come in to pitch. So he'll replace Barbier as his night is done. He gives up 3 runs on 1 hit in his 4 innings of work. So Big Joe going to take over on the mound as we reset our scoreboard and get set here for the top of the 5th inning. 9-1-2 due up here for the Windsor Stars is Kyle Maruzik, the catcher, going to lead things off. Right fielder Noah Renault waits on deck.
Off the top of the 5th, the catcher, number 41, Kyle Maruzik.
And due up third this inning is the left fielder Jake Lumley. So Ferrer delivers that pitch. It's down and in for ball 1. That ball chopped down the first baseline. It'll be foul. Good play there by the winning pitcher from the last game for the Windsor Stars, Kamani Bailey, as he is now coaching at first. Bailey with a complete game effort as he defeated the Etobicoke Rangers by a score of 5-1 in the undefeated game here in our last broadcast. A pitch on the outside corner for strike 2. So Ferrer ahead 1-2 here in this at bat against catcher Kyle Maruzik. Maruzik 0 for 1 this evening with a strikeout. Back in the 2nd. Couple of shakes there from Ferrer, so Maruzik going to step out. Overall, pretty good job tonight by starting pitcher Tyler Barbier. Really only had that tough first inning where they had a couple of errors. That cost them a couple of runs there. Otherwise, pretty sharp on the evening as that ball dribbled down the first baseline, and that's going to go foul as Hayden Cowper picks that one up in foul territory. We know it's a late one here in Ontario, just surpassing the 11 o'clock hour here. We hope you're enjoying the broadcast that we've been bringing you throughout the weekend. That one hit off the hand, sound like a broken back there. Cowper going to flip to Joe Ferreira, and he beats Maruzik to the bag very narrowly. That was a very close play at first. But Maruzik down for the first out here in the top of the 5th.
Now batting number 10, Noah Renault.
So with 1 out, we're back to the top of the order. Right fielder Noah Renault steps in. 0 for 1 flew at the right field in the 3rd inning. Walked back in the 1st. Stole a couple of bases and came in to score on an error. That ball belted into center field. So Renault will make his way down to first with his first hit and 3 trips here in this game.
Now batting the left fielder, number 6, Jake Lumley.
So with 1 out, Renault takes his lead from first. We're going to check on him and send him back as Jake Lumley steps in. Lumley reached on an error back in the 1st. Walked in the 3rd. Scored 2 runs here this evening. Also has a pair of stolen bases. There goes Renault to second. No throw from the catcher. So the Stars with another runner in scoring position here as Renault now takes his lead from second. Swing and a miss there from Jake Lumley for strike one. That ball fouled into the netting. This will be strike two. Again, Joe Ferrer in to pitch this inning for the Brampton Royals. He just came in relief of starting right-hander Tyler Barbier, who went 4 good innings here for the Brampton club, giving up 3 runs over his 4 innings and 1 hit. Runner takes off to third. Lumley going to swing and miss, and he's down on strikes.
Now batting the second baseman, number 16, Carter Ray.
So Renault makes his way to third base. There are 2 outs here now for the Stars. Second baseman Carter Ray steps in. He takes strike one on the outside corner from Ferreira. Ray 0 for 2, popped out the shortstop, grounded out to the second baseman in the third inning. We don't know matchups or anything like that yet. If the Stars win, they would be the undefeated team. I believe they would get the bye, but we don't know matchups or what's going to happen with that yet. So we'll sort all that out after all the games are done this evening. Pitch from Ferreira. Just misses the outside corner for a ball. Top of the 5th inning here at Ronald Cullen Stadium. 3-0 Windsor Stars in this final 5 matchup at the Ontario Men's AAA National Qualifier. That pitch on the inside corner, and Ray rung up on strikes. And that is all for the Windsor Stars here in the top of the 5th. So for the Stars, no runs on 1 hit. There were no Brampton errors. Windsor leaves 1 runner on base. The score after 4.5 innings of play here at Ronald Cullen Stadium in Windsor. It is the Windsor Stars who continue to lead this game by a score of 3-0 over the Brampton Royals. Quick in-game update as we check over on the other matchup at Soulier Field. The Etobicoke Rangers batting in the top of the 6th. They currently have 2 outs. And it's the Sarnia Brigade who lead that game by a score of 3-2. So again, we'll keep tabs on that one with you as we're on the air here. We're only into the bottom of the 5th here, just starting as left-hander Noah Pickering makes his way back out to the mound for his 5th inning of work. We'll take a short break here on the broadcast. We'll be right back in a second as we continue to bring you Day 3 action. Even though we're up past our bedtime of the 2026 Ontario Men's AAA National Qualifier, with action brought to you by the CABC Baseball Network. We'll be right back in a second. Welcome back. Bottom of the 5th inning. It is Aiden Murphy who is leading things off here for the Brampton Royals. Will be the first baseman, Aiden Cowper, due up second. The catcher, Ralph Leahy, due to hit third this inning against left-hander Noah Pickering, who's into his fifth inning of work. Sorry, it's been a long weekend. Words are getting hard.
Now batting number 31, Aiden Cowper. Number 33, Ralph Leahy.
Our other game that's happening across the way at Soulier Field. It is the Sarnia Brigade leading that game by a score of 3-2. And in a game that's already completed, as Leahy fouls that one back and out of play. It was the Tecumseh Thunder defeating the Milton Red Sox out at Reg Chevalier Field in Woodsley by a score of 7-2. That game also went to extra innings. So the Milton Red Sox all done for this year. And the Tecumseh Thunder with the victory, they get the bye through the final five. And they will be playing Monday morning in a matchup. And again, games will be starting here at 10 a.m. at Cullen Field. Depending on the way everything works out, we could have 2 games here tomorrow. We could have 3. We could have 2 semifinals. And that would be if the Brampton Royals win this game that's going on right now. Or we could have a semifinal with the possibility of 2 finals, as again, the Stars would have to lose 2 games if they do win this game and go as get the bye as the undefeated team. Lots of things that can still happen here. Leahy rung up on strikes there as he's caught looking. And that's a 3-strikeout inning for Noah Pickering as he sits down the Royals in order. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. The score after 5 complete innings of play, it remains the Windsor Stars 3 and the Brampton Royals no score. Big right-hander Joe Ferreira makes his way back out to the mound here for his 2nd inning of work in relief of starter Tyler Barbier. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back here with the top of the 6th inning in a couple of minutes as we continue to bring you Day 3 action of the 2026 Ontario Men's AAA National Qualifier, with action brought to you by CABC Baseball Network. We'll be right back in a second.
Leading off in the top of the 6th inning for the Windsor Stars, the designated hitter number 14, Colin Robinson.
Welcome back, top of the 6th inning. The Stars going to lead things off here with a pinch hitter. As veteran Colin Robinson will take some swings here for DH Rowan Glasgow. So Glasgow's night all done. He went 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That pitch in there for strike 1 from right-hander Joe Ferreira. Goes into his 2nd inning of relief work here. That pitch misses for a ball. We'll go through our in-game recap here as we're into the 6th, brought to you by Inked Baseball and the GTA. And if you're looking for custom gear, baseball equipment, make sure to reach out to Dave Flanagan and his team. You can find them online at inktbaseball.co. Line scores here so far: 3 runs on 2 hits for the Windsor Stars. They've committed 1 error. For the Brampton Royals, no runs on 2 hits, and they've committed 2 errors in the field. And this in-game recap brought to you by Inked Baseball, as Colin Robinson down on strike swinging for the first out here in the top of the 6th.
Batting next, the first baseman number 4, Josh Hudbegger.
We flip our scoreboard over. First baseman Josh Hudbegger digs in now. 0 for 1, flew out to right field. He walked back in the 1st inning as he takes the first pitch strike there from Ferreira. Midnight Sunday baseball. We're almost at midnight. We're not there yet, but we're getting there. Hard to believe we've only covered 2 games today. It feels like we've been here for about 12 hours. That pitch to the backstop for ball 1. Count 1-1 here now on Hudbegger. Third baseman Alec Boucher waits on deck. That ball chopped on the ground to second. A little bit of a high hop there for Keegan Murphy. He gets it on to first, Aiden Cowper. And Hud Magner retired for the second out.
Now batting the third baseman, number 13, Alec Boucher.
So 2 outs here for the Stars. Third baseman Alec Boucher. Gonna step in 0 for 2 on the evening. Grounded out to first base in the second. Flew out to center field in the fourth. First pitch. Fastball in the outside corner, called strike one. Nice slider there from Ferreira. That one hit off the end of the bat and foul over by the Windsor dugout. So Ferreira up very quickly here, 0-2. O2 pitch. That one fouled off over by the Stars dugout as well. So Boucher keeps himself alive. Another pitch from Ferreira. That one just missing outside for a ball. Again, we do know the game time here tomorrow is 10 a.m. We do not know the matchup yet, though. We will get to that afterwards. And everything is here tomorrow at Micmac. Yes, it just depends on how many teams are left. That ball chopped to second base by Boucher. Good hustle down the line, but Keegan Murphy able to retire Boucher there by about half a step. That is all for the Stars. Here in the top of the sixth. No runs on no hits. No Brampton errors. Nobody left on base. The score after 5.5 innings of play, it remains the Windsor Stars 3 and the Brampton Royals no score. We'll very quickly go over and check, how things are going at the Soulier Diamond. As the Sarnia Brigade are hitting in the bottom of the sixth inning over there. And they've tacked on a couple of insurance runs as they now lead that game by a score of 5-2 over the Etobicoke Rangers as they're hitting in the bottom of the sixth inning with 2 outs and a couple of runners on base. So again, as long as we're on the air, we'll keep tabs on that game for you. Once we're done here tonight, we will update everything before we take off from the park to set everyone up for Championship Monday here at the National Qualifier as we get ready to
number 7, Jacob Persa.
As we get ready to crown a champion that will head to the Canadian Men's Championships, which will be taking place this year in Chatham, New Brunswick, August 20th to 23rd. We do have a defensive change coming into the bottom of the sixth inning here for the Windsor Stars as Jacob Persa will take over in left field for Jake Lumley.
Now batting the right fielder, number 1, Bram.
So the Royals running out of chances in this one. We're into the bottom of the sixth now, and they are back to the top of the order as right fielder Caleb Kremal will ground one to third base, picked up there by Boucher. Low throw there, but good pickup by Josh Hudvagner at first. As Kramow retired for the first out here in the 6th inning.
Now batting the center.
So 1 out, that will bring up center fielder Dawson Fascia. Fascia 0 for 2. Popped out the shortstop. He reached on an error in his last at bat when he tried to lay down a bunt, and pitcher Noah Pickering threw the ball away at first. That one hit up the middle, and that's going to get into center field for a single. Fascia makes his way down to first. And the Royals with a 1 out base runner here.
Now batting the shortstop, number 19, Sam LaBelle.
So Sam LaBelle going to make his way to the plate. Sam 0 for 2 tonight. Flew out to center field. He reached on a fielder's choice in his last at bat. That ball hit on the ground to shortstop. Anderson flips to Carter Ray and on to first. And a tidy 6-4-3 double play ends the bottom of the 6th inning for the Royals. So for Brampton, in the bottom of the 6th, they get no runs on 1 hit. There were no Windsor Stars errors. And there were no runners left on base. We are through 6 innings of play here at Reverend Ronald Cullen Stadium. The score remains the Windsor Stars 3. The Brampton Royals no score. We will very quickly shuffle over and check for an update here from the other game happening at Soulier Field. The Etobicoke Rangers down to their final 3 outs in this one as they just started hitting in the top of the 7th inning. The Sarnia Brigade leading that game by a score of 5-2. So last year's finalists here at the National Qualifier are on the ropes as they currently trail by 3, hitting in the top of the 7th. Again, we will have action coming up for you here tomorrow at the Micmac Sports Complex. Again, depending on how this game finishes, as well as the other games that are happening around the region, we could have 3 teams left. We could have 4 teams left. If we do have 4 teams, there will be 2 semifinals, one here at Cullen, one over at Soulier, and then we will have a final here at Cullen. If the Windsor Stars can hang on to this lead in this game, they will get the bye as the undefeated team. That bye will take them right to the final. There will be a game here at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. That game will feature the Tecumseh Thunder taking on the winner of the other game happening over at the Soulier Diamond between the Etobicoke Rangers and Sarnia Brigade, with the winner of that game playing the Windsor Stars at 1 o'clock. And the Stars would have to be defeated twice in that game in order for them to be eliminated. So we are off to the top of the 7th. It is shortstop Josh Anderson who's going to lead things off. Center fielder Bryson Vernon due up second. It'll be the catcher Kyle Maruzik due up third. That pitch from Joe Ferreira just misses down for a ball. That ball fouled off at the plate as well. So Ferreira back on the mound here, ready to deliver this pitch. Just misses up and away for a ball to Anderson. Anderson 0 for 1, grounded out to the shortstop, walked back in the fourth. Yeah, a bit of a late one tonight, Keefe. That pitch misses outside for a ball. Here's the pitch from Ferreira. Swung on and missed by Anderson, and he is down on strikes for the first out.
Number 9, Bryson Vernon.
So with one out, that will bring up center fielder Bryson Vernon. Vernon this game, 1 for 2 with a single back in the second. He squares the bunt. He'll push that one foul just over by the Brampton dugout. A one pitch from Ferreira. Good looking curveball there. Drops in on the outside corner for strike 2. Swing and a miss from Bryson Vernon. He's down on strikes. Second strikeout this inning for Ferreira. Second strikeout this inning for Ferreira, his 5th on the game so far, as he came in relief back in the 5th. That first pitch to catcher Kyle Maruzic misses for ball 1. Maruzic 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out to first base. As he takes that pitch for ball 2. That one belted towards center field. That's going to get down in front of Dawson Fascia, and the Stars with a 2-out base runner here in the 7th.
Now batting number 10, Noah Reno.
So that will turn the lineup over here for the Stars. Back to the top for right fielder Noah Reno. Maruzic takes off to second base on the first pitch to Reno, and he's in there safely. Ferreira with the look in. He comes set now. That pitch misses for a ball as well, 2-0. Ferreira set. Here comes the pitch. That one swung on and missed by Noah Reno for a strike. Certainly hasn't been a lot of action today, but sitting at 11:35 right now. I'm sure these two teams are ready to relax here after this one as Renault swings and misses there, and he's down on strikes, as that will end the top of the 7th inning here for the Stars. Ferreira able to work around that 2-out single as he strikes out the side in this inning. There's no runs for the Stars on 1 hit. There were no Brampton errors, and the runner was stranded at second base for the Stars. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning in our feature game here this evening at Cullen Stadium. The score remains the Windsor Stars 3, the Brampton Royals no score, as left-hander Noah Pickering makes his way back out to the mound as he'll try and finish what he started here in the 7th against a Brampton team who will be battling for their tournament lives here in the bottom half of this inning. We'll take a short break, but before we go, we will check our other game as I just got a couple of messages. And it is a final score over at Soulier Field as the Sarnia Brigade able to stave off elimination as they defeat last year's finalists, the Etobicoke Rangers, by a score of 5-2 in that game. So if the Stars are able to hold on to this lead here in the 7th, they would get the bye into Monday morning. And our game here at 10 a.m. would feature the Sarnia Brigade taking on the Tecumseh Thunder, with the winner of that game facing the Stars at 1 p.m., and they would need to defeat the Stars twice in those games. So we'll see how this pans out. We still have half an inning left here to go.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 6, Joe Ferreira.
So it'll be cleanup hitter Joe Ferreira to lead things off here in the 7th as he takes strike 1 from Noah Pickering. That pitch going to sail just a bit outside for ball 1. Ferreira in this game, 1 for 2. So he takes a hack at that one and fouls it back and out of play. Singled in the 2nd, flew out to right field in the 4th. Finds himself up here trying to get something going for the Royals in the 7th. The pitch from Pickering. That one hit towards right center field and hit a long way as the center fielder makes their way over. And that is Bryson Vernon who makes the catch. And there's 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning now.
Now batting the left fielder, number 27, Jaden Jemison.
So the Royals down to their final 2 outs here, as left fielder Jaden Jemison will step in. Jemison 0 for 2, struck out looking out in the 2nd. Low to left field in the 4th. That pitch misses outside for ball 1. Again, we appreciate everyone joining in through the stream here over the course of the last 3 days. It's certainly been a lot of fun to sit here and call some great baseball during our time here at Cullen, as well as the games that we covered earlier in the tournament over at Lacasse Park. We appreciate all the support from everyone reaching out as that pitch in there for strike 2 to Jemison. Great to hear from a lot of alumni from a lot of teams that we were following throughout the weekend, the games that we were covering, games that we were updating on. So certainly a fun time of the year to be able to come down and cover this tournament as that ball in the dirt for a ball. Again, still have some action left that we're going to bring you here tomorrow as we get ready to crown a provincial champion here in Ontario, as Jemison down on strikes for the second out here in the bottom of the seventh.
Now batting the second baseman, number 23, Keegan Murphy.
So second baseman Keegan Murphy going to try and keep things going here for the Brampton Royals here in this game. Again, we will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. to cover a game here at the stadium as Murphy swings through that one for strike one. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts tonight. Murphy swings through that one as well for strike two. Pickering ahead in this count now, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Good hold there from Murphy as that one misses down in the zone for ball one. Here's the pitch. That one just misses the outside corner for ball two. Pickering looking for a change of baseballs here. He grabs a new one from the plate umpire. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count here on Keegan Murphy. Brother Aiden Murphy waits on deck. The pitch. That one just misses outside as well for ball three. So Murphy, after going down 0-2 here, works himself back into a full count, 3-2. The pitch. That one's going to miss outside as well.
Now batting the third baseman, number 24, Aiden Murphy.
So the Royals able to extend their tournament here a little bit. They get a 2-out base runner here in the seventh. Brings up a dangerous hitter in Aiden Murphy. Aiden 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. He hits that one off the hands. Back to the pitcher Pickering. He throws to first. And that is the ball game. It's a complete game effort from Noah Pickering has propelled the Windsor Stars into the championship game, which will take place on Monday afternoon here at the Cullen Stadium. So for Brampton in the bottom half of the seventh inning, they get no runs on no hits. There were no Stars errors. There was 1 runner left on base. The final score here from Reverend Ronald Cullen Stadium in Windsor, Ontario. It is the Windsor Stars victorious over the Brampton Royals by a score of 3-0. The winning pitcher in this game, left-hander Noah Pickering, who throws a complete game for the Stars. The losing pitcher for the Brampton Royals is right-hander Tyler Barbier. So the Windsor Stars, based on their undefeated record so far, they will grab the bye into the championship game, which will take place around 1 p.m. tomorrow. There will be a game here at 10 a.m. at the stadium. That game
So the Windsor Stars
will feature
will receive the bye and play the championship game at 1 p.m. tomorrow.
the game here at Cullen at 10 a.m. will feature the Tecumseh Thunder, who were victorious over the Milton Red Sox tonight by a score of 7-2 in extra innings out in Woodsley. They will take on the Sarnia Brigade, who just defeated the Etobicoke Rangers, last year's finalists, over at Soulier Field by a score of 5-2. So that game will be on here first at 10 a.m. We'll have coverage of that one for you, as well as the championship game that will take place at 1 p.m. The Windsor Stars, because they are undefeated, will have to be beat twice tomorrow in order to be eliminated from the tournament. So the possibility of 3 games tomorrow here. Game times tentatively are at 10 a.m., 1 p.m., and 4 p.m. for those games. We will update everything on our website here in a couple of minutes. But for this evening, it's been a long one. It's 11:45. We thank you so much for your support of the live stream throughout the weekend. We're going to sign off for now. We will update the website before we leave here. The final score here from Cullen Stadium, it is the Windsor Stars 3 as they eliminate the Brampton Royals in a 3-0 game here this evening. Thank you so much for joining the stream. We appreciate your support throughout the weekend. We will see you back here at Cullen Stadium tomorrow at 10 a.m. with Tecumseh Thunder and Sarnia Brigade. Thank you so much, and have a great evening.